YouTube, my name is Lex and welcome back to my channel Sandals and Steel-Toes. Today is March 21st and it is a beautiful 60-degree day here in Northeast Ohio, Zone 6A. Today I'm going to be talking about planting potatoes. So we're in late March. Last year I didn't plant potatoes until May, but upon further research I've learned that you can actually plant potatoes as soon as your soil can be worked. So I have a pretty loose sandy soil here where I live. I have a lot of potatoes. So my potatoes have been in the basement in storage. We harvested potatoes late August and early September of last year in 2020, and sometime around December, January, they started to sprout and sprout and sprout and sprout. And we have lots and lots of potatoes that are ready to go back into the ground. We were still eating off of these for a while, but now that it is warmed up and we can start planting, I am ready to get all these back in the ground and get some new potatoes here without any extra cost from my bank to buy potato starts. With these, they're pretty crazy. I'm not going to keep the tuber on as long as it is. I'm going to cut them down to about right there, right above the nub, because I want a nice, good, strong tuber growing from this plant when it's in the ground. These are just a little bit too long to be planting. So I have a patch of ground over here where I'm going to dig up some trenches, and I'm gonna be pretty loosey-goosey with how I'm planting these. Last year I had really nice pretty rows, ground cover. I took a lot of time to get my potatoes planted really nicely, but I don't know, today I'm just feeling like I'm just gonna throw these in the ground and let them grow, because you know, you only get so many nice days in March in Northeast Ohio. So I'm gonna just take advantage of it and try and get as much of these in the ground as possible. But if you're wanting to see, you know, a more structured way of planting potatoes, go back in my videos from last year around May. I have a whole video about planting potatoes, from starting them, when you can cut them and let them cure a little bit. So potatoes, you only need at least one eye on your section of potato to grow it. So I could actually cut this in half and plant these two sections, but since I have quite a bit, I'm not going to take the time to do that this go around. But check out that other video if you would like to see some other potato planting tips. So the first thing I gotta do is get my soil prepared, and then it'll just be as easy as throwing these crazy guys in the ground. I've got 4 semi-straight trenches dug to put in my potatoes. I'm not even sure if this is gonna be enough space, so I'll probably see what I can fill in these, and maybe I'll just save potatoes for later to plant so I can have like a succession. But I don't really want to dedicate this half of the garden to potatoes, so I'll see what I can get in this section here. My plan for planting these is like just very like willy-nilly. I'm just gonna throw them in, and I'm not gonna worry about spacing, and I'm just gonna see what happens and how they grow, because you know, I only have so much time to spend in the garden this year. I have a full-time job, take care of my family, do all the things. I'm just feeling like this year I'm just gonna be a lot more lax about like spacing, measuring things out, and like doing the planting according to the book. Like I just don't have the time to spend on it, and like it's really important for me to be in my garden and to grow our own food, but I know I can't dedicate as much time this year to it as I could last year. I'm gonna kind of like wing it and throw things together. Whatever I get is what I get, and it's gonna be fine. If I overthink it too much, then I'm not gonna do it. If I sit here and agonize about spacing and making sure everything is just right and measured and, you know, all of that, like, then I'm just going to feel like so overwhelmed and anxious about it that I won't end up doing it. So I'm just gonna throw this together, and obviously for anyone who's watching, like, do your research and make sure you're planting things that's right for you. But if I can show that my kind of really quick way of planting potatoes, you know, works and I get a good harvest, and then maybe that can encourage someone else to kind of do the same who's feeling in a similar position, like you want to grow your garden but you don't have the time, so you're just going to kind of throw things out there and do it kind of a quick way, and, you know, still be happy and get a successful harvest. Got the potatoes all ready to go. I'm just gonna cover them with soil now and let nature take its course and see what happens. Probably too closely planted together. If I only get small potatoes, then, you know, small potatoes taste just as good as big potatoes. But it kind of looks cool. Little sea creatures coming out, little alien monsters poking up out of the ground with their tentacles. One crate of potatoes left. I'll just hang on to them for now. Maybe I'll do it like in a grow bag or a garbage can, or just, you know, give them away to someone who else wants to plant potatoes. But yeah, there's quite a bit still left to go. Everything's in there. Really, you can't even tell that anything is planted. Everything blends in quite a bit with the leaves. But if this works, we'll get some sprouts and it'll actually look like a garden again. So when planting your garden, you have to make decisions. Take risks. Don't fit according to the book. Not everyone has the luxury to just spend hours and hours and hours doing a garden. For those of us who do have to work outside the home and still want to provide our family with fresh food from our backyards, gotta do what you gotta do, and you can't let hesitation stop you. You can't let overthinking certain topics stop you. You don't know the answer, you can look it up on Google, watch YouTube videos, or just try it out. And even if it doesn't work, at least you know when you tried. So with my quick run at planting potatoes on a warm March day that may or may not work, I could very well fail and get really nothing out of this. If I didn't try, I'd never know the difference. So friends, please plant your garden. Do what you can. You can only start some lettuce seeds in a windowsill. Do it. What's holding you back? If we all use time as an excuse, then we'll never get anything done. The time is out there if you can make it. What's important to you, set aside an hour, half hour, 15 minutes. You can get something accomplished. Time to grow food for your families. Time to show the world what people want, and that's good health, good food, and love for one another. Today, please do something you love. Get out there, grow your gardens. Thank you so much for watching this video. To help support my channel and my dream, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, everyone. See you on the next one. Bye.